It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat.
You know what I want?
Blaze up.
Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wow, 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 wow. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your, lift it up.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Y'all get up in here. Happy Monday. I got the book. We're going to get into it. We may not finish it all. It's not a lot of pages. It's actually super thin. But we're going to get into it. I also, we're going to talk about D.L. Hughley, Darylyn. Now he done went to dragging Janet Jackson. And this is what tells me, well, first of all, let me back it up. I already knew that black people, the same ones who holler, we're not a monolith. We're not a monolith. Those are the same ones who are acting as a monolith. So we're gonna get into the fickleness of the black community. And then we also gonna get into what else I put on here? Oh, Michael Eric Dyson over there trying to get with that clear woman in his snowboarding. But before we get into that, you guys, I want to thank you guys. We're at 40K subscribers, and I would not have done it without you. So congratulations to Voodoo Doll TV Reacts. The Dollhouse Reacts is right on the heels of it. I appreciate each and everybody in here for the support. And I just want to say, if it were not for you, there is no me without you. So thank you guys so much.
We did it. We did it, Joe.
We did. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. We did it. What'd you say, Scammer?
We did it. We did it, Joe.
We sure did. We sure did. Shout out to Voodoo Doll TV Reacts. Everybody down in the chat, because we did it, Joe. Yes, we did. We did it, Joe. Yes, we did. Okay? If y'all can let Obama say yes, we can, then now y'all can let me say yes, we did. Okay? We did it. One more time, Scam.
We did it. We did it, Joe.
Shout out to Voodoo Doll TV Reacts and everybody in the building, man. Shout out, y'all. Yeah, I'm so happy, y'all. Thank y'all so much for all the support and everything that y'all give. Like the video, because we about to get right into it. Hold on, let me turn this AC on. It's hot. Hold on. All right, we back. Oh, thank you, Richard China, for becoming a new member. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for becoming a new member. KK, thank you for being a member for 6 months. Congratulations on 40K. Oh, thank you, Fat. Thank you, Fat. I appreciate you for the support. It was no me without you, okay? Thank you, Diddy, for being a member for 5 months. Congratulations, Voodoo. We love you down to the ground, as do I. I love y'all down to the ground, and I do. And I really, really do. Shout out to y'all in the building. Y'all, please, can you hit the like button, please, if you haven't already. You should have a 40 for 40 party. What that is, 40 for 40 party. I stand with Janet, too. We about to get into it. Thank you for bringing that up. Because, see, what we not going to do is let Darylyn be the person who tell us what we, girl, let me say this. Let's start with this. You know, I watch my community. I love my community down to the ground. I swear. We imperfect, but y'all belong to us and I belong to y'all. You know what I'm saying? But I watch before this corpse up here talking about what's the man name? Talking about Joe Biden, Crime Bill Joe. Before he dropped out the race, black people were saying Scamala had been missing. We hadn't seen her. She this, that, and the third. Everybody was on the same page. We was dragging about the fact that our communities are being overtaken by illegal immigrants, not migrants, illegal immigrants. We were discussing that. We were also discussing how the economy was so poor. You know what I mean? And we was not taking, what she can or she could. We wasn't taking none of that for what it was. We all was over here saying this is messed up. We need to do something different. And all it took was for a media machine to come in and tell you to think otherwise. Now, everybody forgot everything they ever said about Scamala and are turning on our own people. Not because they truly believe in them, but because what that side of the structure has done is basically made it to where they instill so much fear in you for the known, not the unknown. Because remember, the orange dude was already president before. He had already been president. So anything he would have wanted to do, he would have done it. He wouldn't have to come back another 4 years to do it. But just the thought of the fear that they instilled inside of Negroes got Negroes around here going against each other simply because the power structure and the media told them to. And not only that, we are allowing the likes of Daryl Lynn Hughley. Let's start with Daryl Lynn. Now, Daryl Lynn Hughley, we all have speculated at some point or another that him and Steve and all of them had something to do with Bernie Mac, rest in peace, Bernie Mac, not being able to be here. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, most Black people don't even find him to be funny. Let's talk about it. Most Black people don't find Daryl Lynn Hughley to be funny. We never have, and we never will. But all of a sudden, simply because there's this weird fear of the known, not the unknown, because we know what a presidential company under the Cheeto dude looks like. We know that. We do have an idea what it looks like under Scamala, because Scamala is under Biden, Crime Bill Joe. We have the highest inflation. Most of us live in hand to fist. Most of us can't afford to pay attention. Most of us can't afford daycare. We over here struggling. Now, we don't understand the struggle because we are looking at the fact that we have items, we have tangibles, we have things, we have cars, we have homes, but we're not able to take those blinders off to realize that we are jacked up. Not only that, whatever little money we have is going straight to who? The migrants. The Haitians have a temporary protection order. Black Americans who literally fought in every war and built this country get nothing. Absolutely nothing. As a matter of fact, she has been very vocal on what she will and will not do for Black Americans. And for some odd reason, we just can't get that through our head. Like we forget all rhyme and reason to screw our own selves. And then we be the main one talking about, but Black people aren't a monolith. Black people aren't a monolith. We are monoliths when y'all want us to be. Thank you, Philly John, for being a member for 4 months. Congrats, long overdue. Shout out to the Eagles and Miss Jackson. First of all, everything but the Eagles, because I feel some type of way. But shout out. Thank you, Philly John. I hate the Eagles, but hey, when you don't have dreams, you play harder football. But let's move on. Shout out to Philly. Look, we seem to forget that Scamala straight up told us to our face she ain't doing a goddamn thing for us. But look,
families who are in poverty. So by default, it affects Black families, but there's not a particular policy for African Americans that you would explore.
But no, if you look at the reality of who will benefit from certain policies, when you take into account that they're not starting at the same place and they're not starting on equal footing, it will directly benefit Black children, Black families, Black homeowners, because the disparities are so significant. So if we focus on the specific issues that have resulted in the greatest disparities, and we understand that that's part of why we're doing it. Listen, the reality also is this: any policy that will benefit Black people will benefit all of society.
Let's be clear about that. Let's really be clear about that. Pause. Listen, Because I want to show you something. And this is what Scamala has done to Negroes this whole time in the short term of her running. She take and use our struggle. She talk about Jim Crow. She talk about slavery. She talk about the Freedmen's Bank. She take all of the she acknowledges all of the horrible things that Black Americans, foundational Black Americans, y'all know who I'm talking about, Acorn. She acknowledges every single thing that we have gone through and then turn around and use it to help everybody but you. She takes everything. Listen, pay attention. I'm going to run her back. She's going to talk about the disparities of Black Americans and Jim Crow and slavery. And then she's going to turn around and say, let's be clear. Anything that will benefit Black Americans will benefit all people of America. Well, I haven't benefited from the food stamps and the welfare they gave to the Venezuelans and the other migrants. I haven't benefited from the temporary protection that she gave to the other Haitians. Somebody out here help me make it make sense.
Support reparations for Black people.
Watch them.
Well, listen, again, we had over 200 years of slavery.
Look, she actually recognized slavery. She knows what you need. She knows what you've been through. We had over 200 years of slavery. What else, Scamala?
We had Jim Crow for almost a century.
We had Jim Crow for almost a century. That's 100 years for the people in the bike. She's acknowledging everything that you've gone through. Look.
We had legalized discrimination, segregation, and now we have segregation and discrimination that is not legal but still exists. And
so she acknowledges that we've had legalized segregation, and now we have segregation that is not legal, but yet it still exists. She's telling you she knows exactly what you've gone through, and with that, she should know what you need.
Is a barrier to progress. We have disparities around housing. We have disparities around education. We have disparities around income.
Housing, redlining, education, our charter schools are the worst that they've ever been, right? She's acknowledging every single thing that you have gone through, but she takes your struggle and put it on the backs of other people and help it benefit them, and you may or may not benefit indirectly.
And we have to recognize that everybody did not start out on an equal footing in this country.
There you go. We have to realize everybody didn't start out on an equal footing in the country. So what you gonna say, Scammer? Now you don't recognize Jim Crow, slavery, redlining, education, segregation. You don't recognize 5 or 6 things in that one little sentence. Are you gonna help the people who you say was disenfranchised by 5 or 6 separate things just now?
Same place, and they're not starting on equal footing. It will directly benefit Black children, Black families, Black homeowners, because the disparities are so significant. So if we focus on the specific issues that have resulted in the greatest disparities, and we understand that that's part of why we're doing it. Listen, the reality also is this: any policy that will benefit Black people will benefit all of society. Let's be clear about that. Let's really be clear about that. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit Black people.
No. Oh, hold on. I like the way she stepped back and said that part.
People will benefit all of society. Let's be clear about that. Let's really be clear about that. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit Black people. No, because whatever benefits that Black family will benefit that community and society as a whole in the country.
There you go. But yet and still, we got Negroes following the likes of Darrell Lynn Hughley, who allowed his daughter, I'll let him say it, and we're going to let him have us turn against Janet Jackson. Now, y'all know I don't give a damn about no celebrity. But what I will say is this: Janet Jackson has probably been one of the most unproblematic celebrities we've had in Hollywood for the Black people. I'm trying to figure out, other than the scandal at the Super Bowl, what has Janet Jackson been in? Now, granted, the media has been nosy, getting into her business with the bars, getting into her business with Bobby Brown and all of them, but that lady has been the most unproblematic person in Hollywood. One of. That lady don't say nothing. She don't bother nobody. She go do her stage dances. She gain weight, lose weight, come back and do it again. That lady mind her business. She goes and do a doggone interview where she's saying that she heard Scamala ain't even black. And she heard her daddy ain't black. Mind you, Jamaican is not a race, it is a culture. But ultimately, listen, we got Daryl and Hughley telling us that we should, that he dragging an actual foundational Black American woman for one who's cosplaying. And they got people really running behind this. For Daryl and Hughley, y'all never even liked his comedy. Y'all know Black Americans have never liked his comedy. So all of a sudden now, we just gonna roll with that? That's crazy to me. Look at how they got y'all turning on y'all faves. Look at how they got y'all turning on y'all face. Thank you, Honey Williams, for the super chat. So you think Trump is better? Can I ask you a question, Honey Williams? If I point out what's wrong with Scamala, how does that lead one to go to the next conclusion that I think Trump is better? And let me be honest, if I'm talking about immigration, hell yeah, he's better as it pertains to immigration. But do I think he's a better person? No, I don't trust no politics. I don't trust not now politician. I know you have to be a dirty, low-down dog to be a politician. So no, do I think he's a better person than her? Absolutely not. But do I think he can fix immigration? Absolutely. So as it pertains to immigration, yeah. But even still, so you mean to tell me if I criticize Trump, criticize Scamala, I have to automatically be pro-Trump? I ain't never told nobody on this channel to vote for Trump. As a matter of fact, I tell people on this channel that they need to leave the damn system altogether. That's what I tell them. That's what I tell them. That's what I tell them. I say leave the system altogether because it does not benefit Black American people. That's my stance. Thank you again. She says, I'm asking a question. I am too. I'm asking you a question. I'm not pro-Trump. And let me say this as well. So you mean to tell me if me and you having a conversation about burgers and you say I can't stand McDonald's because that meat be dry and it be old, that means I get to come back to you. So you trying to say McDonald's is better or Burger King is better? So if you tell me you don't like Pizza Hut because the pizza dish, the deep dish pizza is too thick, I say, so what you trying to say? Domino's is better? That don't make sense. Listen, these are my stance. And thank you for asking the question, Honey Williams. My stance is leave that system all together. Let the clears and the foreigners figure it out. That's my stance. I don't know. I can't speak on nobody else. That's my stance. My stance is we're trying to find something in the system that was never created for us. You see what I'm saying? That's me. But again, I'm not pro-Trump. I'm not pro-Scamala. Boo, I'm asking the question, not assuming. And I get it. I'm not saying that you're assuming, but it comes off like that to the person who you know what I mean? We just point out and listen, trust and believe. I done dragged Trump on this mud too. But this is all I'm saying. We can't ignore what's in front of our face. And I'm not saying that you're doing this, but I know a lot of people do this. We cannot continue to ignore what's in front of our face out of fear, right? So if I'm showing you something that's factual, this comes from Scamala's mouth, not mine. I'm showing it to you. That is for you to take that information and do with it as you please as it pertains to how you're going to vote. Because she's telling you straight up off the cuff, I'm not doing anything for you. I'm not doing anything for you. So that's not for you to like, and I'm not saying you're doing it, but it's not for people to take that and say, oh, well, you trying to say go vote for Trump, but he's a racist. The real racist is sitting in front of you. I keep telling y'all, white supremacy ain't white no more. Let me say that part again. Thank you for the super chat, Honey Williams. White supremacy ain't white no more. White supremacy looks like this picture right here. White supremacy ain't white no more. It ain't enough of them. It ain't enough of them. And let me say this too. I be telling y'all, history repeats itself, right? So if history repeats itself, then that leads me to believe what I already figured through my research, that a lot of them Europeans that came here off that boat were not clear. A lot of them were black. Oh, yeah. A lot of them, Christopher Columbus, oh, yeah. A lot of them were black Europeans. As what the Prince of Pancucci called them, the Negropeans, a lot of them were black. A lot of them were black. And they were able to sneak these folk up on us because we so scared of the clear people, we're not even realizing that part of the real enemy, if not the biggest enemy, is them. They the ones got in the government and gave these clear people all this power. And they did it right up under our nose. If it was a snake, it would have bit us. Only because we believe in the one drop rule. A rule that was created to make clears pure. Not to say who's black. It was them Aryan clear people saying, I want to make sure my race is preserved, and we in any drop, you ain't one of us. We turn around and flip that and say, it shows who is us. No, girl. So you mean a black Asian and you is the same? You know black Asians exist. Is that what we saying? A black Asian is the same as a black American? No. No, that don't go like that. White supremacy ain't white no more. Y'all better wake your duck ass up. White supremacy ain't white no more. As a matter of fact, for the most part, it has never been. That's why all of your leaders that's in the black caucus and all that stuff, all them folk is of foreign descent or half and half. No shade to my foreigners. I'm talking about the ones with the hard R's. I'm talking about them foreigners. The foreigners with the hard R's. Most of them have been your op, and you couldn't even see it because you under the guise that anybody with melanin is you. You are Black American. You are different from the Asian Black American. I'm sorry, the Asian Black. You are different from the Hawaiian Black. You are different from the Caribbean Black. You are different from the Afro-Latina. You are different from the African Black. But we've been under the guise that anybody with a little melanin is us. And that's how they've been tricking you, duck, goose. Y'all better wake your duck ass up.
Wake up!
Please, wake up.
They got y'all fearing Trump when the real one who trying to put y'all under a communist society where you don't own nothing and you depend strictly upon the government for everything, who gonna have y'all in the actual slaves, in the actual chains. Y'all sitting up here running behind her because she appears to be a black woman. That's crazy. That's crazy. Let me go here. So Daryl and Hughley, it was said in the interview, I don't know where this surfaced from, but there was an interview that surfaced that said Janet Jackson did an interview saying that she heard that Scamala is not only not black, but that her daddy is white. Now, first and foremost, we all know this to be facts. Scamala has never, since up until recently, Scamala had never identified as black. And identifying as black and being black is completely different things. What does that mean? What does that mean? Just because a person has a black experience does not make them black. There are clear people who go to HBCUs. There are clear people who go to cookouts. There are clear people who marry Negro. There are clear people who go to black churches. There are clear people all over the world, Craig, that have black experiences. So how is it that this woman here get to say that she black because according to Daryl Lynn, oh, well, she went to an HBCU. She was a mistress to a man named Willie. So she got to be black. Experiences don't make you a black. And let me say this as well too. I need my black American people up here too. Black is not a color as it pertains to the way you identify yourself. Black is not a color. According to the way black Americans identify, black is not a color. I know you've been going through your whole life thinking anybody with a little melanin is black, and they've shown you over and over again, that don't go like that. You'd even get mad. You get so mad if they don't identify as you. And you wonder why these folks get up on these paperwork, and you find when they go to jail or when you look up their paperwork, they identify as white. Thank you, Sun Kiss. Black is a class. If her birth certificate says that her mother is Caucasian, according to the birth certificate, and her daddy is Jamaican is not a color, then how is she coming to be black? How she get to be black? How she get to be black? How she get to be black? So I need somebody to help me. But we so busy and so eager to give away our doggone identity That's why you have people like Scamala who, look, Indian American Kamala Harris creates history with wins U.S. Senate seat. The 115th Congress is history making for Asian American and Pacific Islander. Kamala Harris poised to be the first Indian American senator. Caribbean American Harris sworn in as U.S. Senator. California's Kamala Harris is first Indian American U.S. Senator. You wonder why I call her Scamala? Now here go time for election. You know, all it takes is Negroes. Negroes only need a little pat on top of their head. That's all they need. Thank you, Massa. Thank you. Now y'all around here windmilling because she want to be black. She don't even live a black life. Come on, man. So let's get to Daryl Lynn. I can't stand this Negro. I swear, I don't like him. He gonna atone for them sins too. Daryl Lynn is going to atone for what he's doing to his people. He's gonna atone for that. I'm telling y'all now. He will definitely atone for purposely misleading his people. But you know, Daryl Lynn don't own his own life. Daryl Lynn gotta do what them people say do. Y'all don't. The celebrities don't tell y'all that part. The celebrities don't tell y'all that part. So Janet Jackson goes on an interview allegedly, because I still haven't seen the interview. They say it was a interview like on paper, not paper, but they kind of like didn't record it. So Janet Jackson does an interview, and in said interview, Janet Jackson makes comments of she didn't know Scamala was black. Hell, none of us knew. And when she starts lying, I'll stop her. When Janet starts to lie, I will stop her. Okay? So Janet does this interview allegedly saying that she don't believe, or she didn't know that what's his name? That Scamala was black. Let's get into it. This is a quote from the interview allegedly. I don't know this to be fact. This is a quote from the interview allegedly. She says, Michael Jackson's sister Janet Jackson just came out against Kamala Harris for claiming she's black. She's, quote, she's not black. That's what I heard, that she's Indian. Now, I just showed y'all all the headlines of her going down as Indian. Okay? Her comments have resulted in the entire mainstream media screaming and gnashing their teeth. This is sick. You have an actual black woman. I don't give a damn what she's done to her face. This is a foundational black American woman. And y'all going against her for a person who's been claiming to be Indian and Asian all their lives? Matter of fact, whenever she talk about her history, she always talk about her Indian mammy. She never bring up the Negro father. Never. Never, not once. So now the media picks this up. And Twitter goes to work. You know what Twitter goes to work saying? Some of them TikTokers that's paid. Oh, Janet could never. How can she say those things? How can she say those things? Her brother's kids aren't black. Touche. They not. But what that got to do with the issue at hand? She has been playing in your face this whole time. And guess what? Listen, if she was a foundational black American, you think she would say stuff like, I'm not going to do anything specifically for black people. No, that's why you can't get none through your black caucus, because none of them are you, ducky. None of them are you. That's why you can't get nothing done through your legislature, because none of those people you think are you. None of them. Now, none of them. So then, obviously, here come Daryl Lynn on the DL, as he always is, and he goes to try to drag Janet. Look, the fact that we allowed this Negro to get away with this and we never even liked him. Hashtag Janet Jackson's interview sounded like a Trump rally. FYI, it's a little ironic to question whether someone is black while you're breathing through the nose of a white woman. So, okay, are we protecting black women or not? But I seen y'all do this with Meg Thee Stallion. Are we protecting black women or no? So you mean to tell me we questioning Scamala's blackness, but we ain't questioning Janet? And y'all allow this Negro to get up here and talking about she breathing through the nose of a white woman? Are you serious? You guys hit the like button. Daryl Lynn, we don't even like him for real. Most Black Americans don't rock with Darrell Lynn. And because y'all, they got y'all under the spell of, oh my God, you're going to go make the slavery. Ooh, you're going to go make the slavery if you allow Trump back in. So now you're going to go and start to diss your own legends. That's insanitary. That's insanitary. And so here goes Darrell Lynn doing what the powers that be told him he will do. Because mind you, Darrell Lynn didn't like her before. Darrell Lynn didn't like her before. He was dragging her too. All of a sudden, he has a change of heart. Random, ain't it? Randomly, Darrell Lynn has a change of heart. He said he went and spoke to her and he realized that he was miseducated of disinformation and misinformation. And now he's been on his public tour on his knees. But I don't trust nothing Darrell Lynn have to say for a few reasons. Well, how do you trust a man, first of all, who allowed his daughter to be touched, and because he liked the person, he decided he wasn't going to do nothing. Let's hear in Darrell Lynn's words.
Convenient. So I could see, and it's always and the reason it hits home to me is because my youngest daughter said something happened to her, and because it was somebody I like, I didn't believe her. And I'll never get that back. She'll never. I'm supposed to protect her, and I'll never get that back. That she told her father something, and he didn't do nothing about it. Because it was inconvenient. So I could see how that, and it's always and the reason it hits home to me is because my youngest daughter said something happened to her, and because it was somebody I like, I didn't believe her. And I'll never get that back. She'll never. I'm supposed to protect her, and it's always and the reason it hits home to me is because my youngest daughter said something happened to her, and because it was somebody I like, I didn't believe her. And I'll never get that back. She'll never. I'm supposed to protect her, and I'll never get that back. That she told her father something, and he didn't do nothing about it because it was inconvenient. So I could see how that could play.
Any nigga that will go against the word of his daughter because of a nigga he liked, because of who. Remember when Monique put him on blast? He tried to come back and say it was a child. No, it was never a child. It was never a child. It was a grown man who violated Darrell Lynn's daughter. And Darrell Lynn, according to Darrell Lynn, didn't believe his child because he liked the person. And it was inconvenient. Would you say Darrell Lynn? Say it one more time for the people in the bike.
And it's always and the reason it hits home to me is because my youngest daughter said something happened to her, and because it was somebody I like, I didn't believe her. And I'll never get that back. She'll never. I'm supposed to protect her, and I'll never get that back. That she told her father something, and he didn't do nothing about it. Because it was inconvenient. So I could see how that could play.
This nigga can't be trusted by his own child. So if he would turn on his child, what you think he doing to you? If he would literally say, I didn't want to believe my child because I liked the person, that wasn't no child, because I liked the person, then what you think he'll do to you? Now he birthed this one. He dropped the seed to birth this one. So if he do that to his own daughter, then what you think? Don't you think he'll mislead you? You don't stand a chance. You don't stand a chance, a cold chance in Antarctica. He is not to be trusted. And again, I'm not caping for Janet. But what I am saying is, if she had been egregious or said something real out the way, then we'd have a different conversation. But this whole thing with Darrell Lynn on here talking this craziness, as if his past ain't checkered, and as if he running around here calling this woman a black woman, but the whole time there's nothing black about him. This how messed up the media have people. They'll have y'all going against this brother. And we ain't never had an issue with him, but I bet you y'all won't go against. No, they'll probably go against brother Malcolm. Hold on.
Anytime you throw your weight behind the party that you bash controls 2/3 of the House of Representatives and the Senate, and still they can't keep their promise to you because you're a chump. Anytime you throw your weight behind a political party that controls 2/3 of the government, and that party can't keep the promise that it made to you during election time, and you're dumb enough to walk around continuing to identify yourself with that party, you're not only a chump, but you're a traitor to your race. The party that
part. I like that last part. Because that's how I look at all these celebrities on either side. But that's how I look at all these celebrities around here telling you what to do. Celebrities you don't even like. Look.
And you are dumb enough to walk around continuing to identify yourself with that party. You're not only a chump, but you're a traitor to your race.
All of them, traitors to their race. Every single one of them. Not only a chump, but traitors to their race. All of them. Don't get on here and tell me one is better than the other. None of them is good for you. But what I will give the ones who deciding to do something different is at least you're trying to figure out another way. Now, if it was my choice, or if I had the control, not control, but if I had the wherewithal to convince my people, we will go away from the system altogether because it ain't for you. You're not going to get nobody in a system that's built on corruption to do for you because it's built to do everything but for you. You can't go in there genuinely wanting to do things for Black people. You won't make it. You won't make it. You won't make it. That's like trying to go preach in a lion's den. You're not going to make it. You're not going to make it. You believe that Bible going to hold you down in that? Okay, go ahead. Go on down in that lion's den and see what happened. Listen, this is of my opinion. We need to get away from it all together. Ain't nothing enough for you. That's my opinion. But if you're going to vote, vote. Register. I ain't got nothing against that. But don't be a political chump, in Malcolm's words. Don't be a political chump. At least get something for it. Everybody else is. The migrants getting something for theirs. The Asians getting something for theirs. Everybody except you. And you letting these weird-ass celebrities tell you, oh, well, no, you shouldn't be able to question this. She's Black. She's Black. No, she's not Black. And even if she was, oh, well. What if she literally said she's not doing nothing for us? So what are we talking about? And then he want to holler about a white nose as if she with a clear man with clear children. She ain't even shitting no kids out. I cannot wait till this election shit is over with, bro. I absolutely cannot wait till this is over with. I hate this time of every 4 years. I swear I hate it because I realize how slow my people are, and it really bothers me and makes me mad. I don't like the way it makes me feel to see how my people are so easily swayed. It does something to my spirit and my soul, and I don't like it. Now let's move to Michael Eric Dyson. Y'all know this Negro, the one who like to quote Tupac. Hey, every day that doggone movie, Don't Be a Menace. Remember on the movie, Don't Be a Menace? The pro-Black one was trying to holler at that lady, the clear lady, and he said, you my milk of magnesia. Let's get to Michael Eric Dyson. Pro-Black Negro, all he want to do is quote Tupac, and he over there trying to dive in a pool of milk. So here's Michael Eric Dyson.
Sounds like self-hatred and justification. That sounds like self-hatred and justification of white supremacy. And let me just say this, because this Congresswoman is a wonderful human being. But when you disrespect Kamala Harris by saying you will call her whatever you want, I know you don't intend it to be that way. That's the history and legacy of white disregard for the humanity of Black people.
Oh, so now you're calling me racist.
I didn't say. I just said you weren't racist.
That is complete.
No, you don't have to intend racism to
No. You are intending that
your disrespect of Kamala Harris is part and parcel of a tradition of disrespect.
Why can't you just,
Congresswoman? Why can't you just? I'm
not
calling you a racist. I'm telling you what the practice is.
You are. You absolutely are.
No, what's disgusting is your disrespect of her.
Professor,
this gentleman said,
you know what?
I didn't know her name. He's trying to do it.
Is her disrespect of women. She doesn't know what a woman is. And if 25 years ago,
white women don't have the ability to tell Black women who paid the price of blood.
Look how he race bait niggas. First of all, he's saying she racist because she don't pronounce the name right. I don't pronounce it right neither. So am I racist? Then he says, the lady had a good point, and I hate siding with the clears over a Negro, but this Negro got to be stopped here. She's saying she disrespects women. She won't even say what a woman is. Oh, a white woman don't have a. First of all, as a man, you don't speak on behalf of no woman. First of all, let us deal with the clear women, and we'll get them together. You don't get to come in here and talk about what a woman, a Black woman, and that's not your place, sir. As a man, most men won't even go back and forth with women. Men, not boys, not males, I'm sorry. Most men not about to tongue wrestle with no woman. Men, though. You know, who am I? I'm talking about men. Anybody who's been around actual men, not about the tongue wrestle going back and forth with no woman. So now he's about to gaslight and then incite the bullcrap inside of Negroes, all because she said Kamala or something like that. Who gives a damn what her name is? Ain't nobody obligated to call her the right name.
Look.
Offensive,
Congresswoman,
why can't you just?
I'm
not calling you a racist. I'm telling you what the practice is.
You are. You absolutely are.
Disrespecting. No, what's disgusting is your disrespect of her.
Professor.
This gentleman said, I didn't know her name. He's trying to do it.
Her disrespect of women. She doesn't know what a woman is. And if 25 years ago,
white women don't have the ability to tell black women who paid the price of blood to make this country what it is, to tell them they're not real women.
25 years
care
ago,
for your babies
25 years ago, I became the first woman to graduate from the Citadel, the military college of South Carolina. I fought my way through it.
So pronounce her name right.
Let me
actually pronounce her name right.
Kamala Harris. If
Kamala.
You said
we're not calling you Nancy.
It's Kamala. You're doing this.
Why are they so focused on how somebody pronounced this lady name? You know why? Because that's all they can focus on. That's literally all. Now he's caping hard, heavy for the black woman. And I need black women to pay attention too. See all them pro-black Negroes? Them the ones gonna be your downfall. All them hand in the fist pro-black Negroes can't wait to get around a glass of milk so they could dunk and dive like a goddamn Oreo. Because they are black on the outside and white on the inside. I'm sorry. Let's talk about it. So you got Michael Eric Dyson out here trying to cap and cape on this lady, and the whole time he was in that lady DMs. And he's a married man. Now I heard your wife don't want you anyway. He was in that lady's DMs whole time. But that's what Negroes do. This is all a game. This is all cap. All of this stuff is bull crap for y'all. These people are doing what they are really paid to do and what they really here to do. Not entertain. Every 4 years we get Michael Eric Dyson come out and quote some Tupac and niggas get to clapping and acting a fool. And for that, I don't know. I don't get. I really truly don't get it. I really and truly don't get it. So Michael Eric Dyson, the same lady who he was online with, dragging and scraping, he hopped in the DMs after they took a photo. Talking about, shh, don't tell nobody. Yeah, let's get into it. Because see, y'all gonna learn that these people are literal puppets. They are doing what they are paid well to do. Because guess what? They're not gonna have to deal with the consequences of what's gonna happen. You will. You are not them, they are not you. You don't live the life of these people, and neither do they live the life of you. So it's easy for them to come up here and say, yeah, do this, do that, because they straight. You not. Look. Michael Eric Dyson takes a picture with the woman, and as a thirsty nigga always does, any woman in the comments could tell you. Look, he sends her the photo. Shh, don't tell nobody. We look good together. Smiley face, laughing face, kissy face. She says, ha, 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 ha. He says, well, you're gorgeous. Your gorgeousness makes the photo, so there's that. But what happened to all your pro-black? What happened to all your pro-black, bro? Come on, man. These people really playing in y'all face. These people really playing in y'all face. Whole time, he full of crap. He talking that stuff on TV. As soon as they get off, he saying, give me a call, Queen. Queen, give me a call. Give me a call, Queen.
I would like to also enter into the record a screenshot of a text message I received from the esteemed professor from Vanderbilt, Michael Eric Dyson, after my CNN interview, begged me for photos. In this text, he says, after calling me racist on CNN, shh, don't tell anybody, we look good together, and sent me a kissy emoji.
Without
then
objection.
the guy says I'm gorgeous in all these photos. I don't think he's that bent out of shape on how anyone pronounces Kamala. And if we're going to have that standard, you got to hold it to both sides, not just one or the other. I would like to also enter into the record a screenshot of a text message I received from the esteemed professor from Vanderbilt, Michael Eric Dyson, after my CNN interview, begged me for photos. In this text, he says, after calling me racist on CNN, shh, don't tell anybody, we look good together, and sent me a kissy emoji.
Without
Then
objection.
the guy
Order.
says I'm gorgeous in all these photos. I don't think he's that bent out of shape on how anyone pronounces. I would like to also enter.
Have you caught on yet? Has anybody caught on yet? I'm trying to see something. Has anybody caught on yet? They playing. They playing. Them people really is playing for real. He on here quoting Tupac, say her name, it's a white supremacy, you racist. And in the background, he trying to see what's up. The people playing in your face. This is bigger than him hollering at her. They playing in your face. Now let's go here. I can't show y'all the video and the audio because the Breakfast Club be acting like a little biatch. But let's go hear what he had to say about the situation. You cannot escape this, sir. You cannot escape this. But he gonna try to make it seem like, oh, it was innocent. I tell you what, if he was my husband, I'd be done popping him up upside his head. Put a 1 in the chat if you would let your husband send a woman a text message with a picture on it with a kissy face, and you gonna think it's innocent. Put a 2 in the chat if you like me, and we gonna get the rolling around in the dirt. Because I know me. You, my husband, I wish he would.
Kamala Harris, what did they say? She's got a fake. It's about culture. He's a culture vulture. Yeah. Are you serious right now? What other Black entertainer do you know has ever been called a culture vulture for experimenting in his own or her own music? That's number one. Number two, Drake grew up in Toronto. Adopting different musical persona was indigenous to that particular region. Number two. Number three, a lot of Black folk went to Canada when they were trying to escape the murderous privileges of whiteness in America where slaveocracy was established. So when you say Drake is illegitimate or not genuine because he doesn't like Black American culture or doesn't embrace it, Blackness is bigger than what happens in the United States of America. Kamala Harris, what did they say? She's got a fake accent. Sound familiar? Drake with those fake accents. This is what artists do. What did Jay-Z say? We're all actors. De Niro in training. It's about culture. He's a culture vulture. Yeah. Are you serious right now? What other Black entertainer do you know has ever been called a culture vulture?
Let me say this. Remember, this is the brother that's supposed to be pro-Black. And let me say this as well to my Black Americans. To Black Americans, foundational Black Americans up in here. Black is not just a skin color. That's how y'all got tricked the last time. That's how we all got tricked, because we believe as long as your skin match, it's all the same. No. Black America has a culture, a distinct culture, a culture that drives the economy. Okay? A culture that many can duplicate or imitate, but none can duplicate. They can imitate it, but they can't duplicate it. We as Black Americans are a culture. We are no different from the Chinese or from the Nigerian. We have a very rich culture. Black don't just go with the skin. Now, if y'all want to call yourselves Black and use a skin color, then you're gonna run into this type of BS all the time. You are different from every other Black person walking the face of this earth, Black American. You are different from every other Black person. Not only different, you are distinct. You are the way that you move the world, Craig, not the city, bitch, not the country hoe. The world, the way that Black American, foundational Black American culture moves the entire world tells you something that you won't even open your eyes and realize yourself. You are what dictates what happens in this world. Why you think Clears couldn't stand us but refused to let us go on about our business? Every time we try to do our own thing, the Clears came over there. It was not only because they were jealous, but they need us. Duck, duck, goose. And it ain't just the Clears. It's the whole world. That's why in the smallest crevice of Asia, you got them over there putting fake locks in their head and rapping. That's why in the smallest crevice of Africa, even back in the 90s, you'll have a child who ain't even had a TV, but know who Michael Jordan is. Your greatest clear person wouldn't exist if it wasn't for a Negro. Country music, all clear, because it was created by us, by you. Rhythm and blues, bluegrass, rock and roll, R&B, all of it. ours. If we hadn't created it, we would be sitting there, people around the world would be looking crazy. But we have been browbeat and told that we ain't nothing. We got the same people who emulate us, talk like us, act like us, look like us, rap like us. We got Africans, everybody, Haitians, everybody putting lace fronts on and to turn around and tell you ain't got no culture. Y'all should be ready to, man, I wish it. Nevertheless, why am I saying this? Black is more than the way you see black. Let me back that up. Because see, we got the whole world believing that they black. But the way you see black should be different from the way they see black. Because your black is the black that's beautiful. I'm not saying the other one's not. But yours have a distinct thing on it that no other culture has. You have to see that. And not only see that, embrace that and cherish that and protect it. If you don't protect it, then you get Michael Eric Dyson up here with the lizard lips talking about, well, you trying to say because Canada, no, the Canadian black ain't the black American. There's nothing about the Canadian black that connects with the black American. There's nothing about the Caribbean black, no shade, that connects with the black American. Nothing. Well, we might connect more with the Caribbean black, but there's nothing about the African black, the Asian black. None of those connect to black America because it's a hard wire to connect to. It's a distinct wire. Ain't no plugs, ain't no jacks for this wire. You might get one that might fit a little bit, but for the most part, it won't connect. Stop looking at black as a color, because that's why you can't get no reparation. That's why everybody coming over here feeling like they deserve reparations and they ain't even come from this land. Your ancestors bled and died on this land. Yours, nobody else's. But you got people coming over here right now feeling entitled to your ancestors' pain. Because you telling them y'all all the same. I hate the word black, to be completely honest. But if that's what y'all gonna roll with, at least make it distinct. At least separate it for what it is. Scamala just took the Freedmen's Bank that was created for you from your ancestors. And guess what she did? Let all of the foreigners come in and benefit off it. And guess who not gonna benefit off it? You, Duck Goose. Because you think everybody that's black is black. Well, Scamala came in and took your Freedmen's Bank. Oh, yeah. Created by your ancestors. Your ancestors lost hundreds of thousands of dollars back then. So we all know what the value is in 2024. Your ancestors, my ancestors lost hundreds of thousands of dollars in this Freedmen's Bank, created and ran, not created, but at least ran at some point by Frederick Douglass. And them people took all them black folks' money. Your ancestors and mine. They've never been repaired. There have never been reparations for the black people, the black families who lost everything inside of those banks. Never have been. You want reparations? There's so many ways you can go get it. But look, Scamala comes along and say, oh, see, what they really were saying was they want everybody to benefit. So, I'm going to bring back the Freedmen's Bank and everybody's going to benefit off it except you. Because you around here saying black, everybody black. You giving your identity away to everybody. So if you could sit up here and say that Scamala, who's a proud Indian woman, that's all she talk about. A proud Indian. If you want to say she's black, then no wonder you won't have nothing. And don't go fight for reparations because you don't even know how to separate yourself to even get your reparations. Ain't no reparations. I'm with the foreigners. Everybody needs reparations because there ain't no distinction. We all black, ain't it? Pick and choose your poison. Now let's get into Eric Dyson. This is his response. The ridiculous lies told by Nancy Mace in an effort to smear my name because of her anger at being checked for her insensitive disregard for VP. I had no intent with her to do anything but be nice. And her white woman's tears, there you go, gaslighting. Her white women's tears and how do you say this? Mendacity are all in the service of lies and distortions. I was wrong about one thing. She is a bigot and racist. Y'all don't catch them buzzwords that they be using to get all in y'all feelings. Now she a bigot and a racist. She wasn't a bigot and if I tell you what, when you said shh and sent the kissy face emoji, if she would have said call me sometimes, I bet you she wouldn't have been a bigot and racist then. I bet you she wouldn't have been a big, but these people are put in this position to do just this. Y'all got to wake up. These people been playing in y'all face for how long? Y'all ain't tired? So you got Daryl Lynn running around here. You got Daryl Lynn running around here telling you that you should now say screw Janet because she pointed out something that Scamala has said herself, that she's an Indian woman, proud Indian woman. When the people asked her was she black, what Scamala said? Oh, well, next question. Now, she recently here just came out and said, because I'm a black woman, you don't think that's her PR people saying, hey, just say it now. At this point, just say it because it's not looking good. And people like Daryl Lynn and people like this Negro Santa Claus here, I don't trust any nigga who put on an ill-fitted suit and some Skechers. I don't trust him. He don't love himself. If the nigga look like a hood Santa Claus and he put on an ill-fitted suit with some Skechers, my brows are already raised. I don't trust him. He don't even trust himself. And look at how he holding this lady. He would have dived into that damn milk like a goddamn Oreo if that lady gave him the chance. But I have a message to all the clear women. Start sleeping with these Negroes and taping it for us, because maybe that'll help. But with Negroes, it probably won't help. So do with it as you please. But these clears can come out with videos and audio, and y'all niggas still gonna roll with it. He ain't worth a dime. And if I was his wife, I'm divorcing your big fat ass. Your thing probably don't work anyway. You know when them niggas bellies hit 9 months, they thing shrink and it don't work no more. I'll leave your ugly ass and I'll take whatever I can get out of it. All that sacrificing and he ain't even got enough peen to pass around and you running around here trying to dive into the clear milk. Nigga, how she gonna get on it? Shit. You can't even enjoy a good night with your husband because his belly bopping you before the girl. Please. Please. His wife better than me. I'll tell you that. Because I'd have been a drag that nigga. Oh, yeah. You want to flirt with the white woman? Cool. Say less. Say less. That little thing done retracted inside your abdomen, nigga. And you running around here trying to give it away? Bad enough, you could barely get it. You need tweezers to hold it to take a piss. And you want to come over here and try to pass it around? Have you lost your rabbit? It don't even work. You could barely use it. And now you want to give it away? I got something for you, Negro. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. See, when you got to use them tweezers to hold it over that turlet, the next time they're going to be gone, nigga. I hope you pee all over your drawers, you funky bitch. I'm a dirty bitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that's how I get. I get to thinking real bad when a nigga played me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Nigga, I move all the tweezers and buy them all from the corner store so you won't have it. Bitch, you'll be pissing all over your boxes for the next 20 years, you fat bastard. Sure would. Hey, yeah, that's the type of hating I be doing. You know what I'm saying? Now you can't even get because your belly too big, you can't even see it. You go stand over by the toilet. You know what I'm saying? You normally needed the tweezers so it could get a little stretch, a little hang time on it. But I be done bought all the tweezers from the Family Dollar and hid the ones at the house. Nigga, get it how you live. Pissy bastard, you pissy dog. My nerves bad. I hate these people, bro. I really do. I really do hate these people, you pissy dog. Bitch. You be at the next conference and they be saying, somebody got a dog? Man, it smell like piss. Right before they go live. What that is? Y'all smell it? Yeah, that nigga been pissing all day. Put your ass in the pen. Shit, ugly ass. Let's move on. Before we move on, let's get some of these super chats out the way. Nicole Smith, thank you for the super chat. This nigga thank God for his side baby's teeth. Side baby's death. Oh, talking about, oh, yeah, DL, he sure did. He sure did. When he got that lady pregnant and then that lady lost the baby, he was happy about it because he didn't want his wife to leave him, but she should have left him anyway. Married no nigga named Daryl Lynn. Thank you for the super chat. I think I read this one. Thank you, honey, for the super chat. Sade, thank you for the super chat. It's a selection, not an election. They already know who they want in the forefront. To be real, the president ain't running anything. Hashtag puppets. Absolutely. That's what I believe anyway. I believe, listen, that electoral college tells you everything. And that ain't no conspiracy theories. They know who they want and they're going to pick who they want. They're going to pick who they want. Voting power is the illusion of inclusion. The illusion of democracy. That ain't really there. Them people know what they want to do. In my belief. But I'm a conspiracy theorist. Pay me no mind. Thank you, Lady Dominique, for the super chat. OMG, I'm so late, but I'm winning right now. Just want to show my love to my voodoo and my dollhouse and acorn. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Lady Dominique. I appreciate you for the support. Thank you, Esther, for the super chat. Diamond the Body said we get paid to do this. I keep telling them. They don't listen. Thank you. Thank you, Titi, for being a member for 5 months. I wish my husband would. Me too. Me too. And I don't condone no violence, but I'm telling you now, there's going to be some furniture moving around here. Thank you, Miss Parker, for the for being a member for 5 months. Please hit the like button. It's a free way to support the channel. Yes, you guys, hit the like button as we move into this Diddy stuff. Please hit the like button as we move into this Diddy stuff. So I got the book. This mud is so thin, but I ain't going to read it all today. We're going to get into it. But before we read this book, I want to say something. So shout out to, first of all, let me go with this. The guy who wrote the book is a clear man. Now on the cover of the book has is written by Jamal Millwood. Now most Negroes know that ain't no clear Jamals. So you would automatically assume that this is a Negro who wrote the book. Now, this is all alleged. I don't know this to be a fact. This is all alleged. Now, according to Simone over at Girl Is That Legal, she's saying that it's actually a clear man who's been sued before. Now, this is before we get in the book. I'm giving y'all these disclaimers. I don't know if any of this is true. I don't even know what Simone's saying is true, but I'm giving y'all all the tea so y'all can take this and make your decision as you would like to, okay? Take the information and do with it as you please. I'm just giving y'all the information to make informed decisions as to if you're going to believe anything in this book, okay? Now, this man whose name on the book says Jamal Millwood for Kimberly A. Porter, let me give you a little background. According to the author, or not the author, to the person who released these memoirs, he's saying that there was a thumb drive Kim Porter gave to her friends. He wouldn't say which friend, but whatever friend that was gave him a copy of the thumb drive. He took the thumb drive, which were her memoirs. Y'all know what memoirs are? They're not books. They're just kind of passages. Like, hey, I woke up. It's like a diary. So for instance, who old enough to remember diaries? Y'all know how I used to go. Monday, January 3rd, I got up, went to school, and I saw Brian, and I've been in love with Brian, but Brian has a girlfriend. He spoke to me today. Hopefully I'll see him tomorrow. Dear diary type Steve. That's a memoir. So according to Simone over at Girl Is That Legal, what she's saying is the author or the person who put this stuff together is very, very sketchy. Now I'm giving y'all this information because y'all need to know this before we get into this book. Now, from what I hear, and I haven't read it yet, we're about to read it together. But from what I'm hearing, a lot of these things have been said already or something like that. But we're going to get into, right now, we're going to get into what Simone has found through her research, right? Again, I don't know if any of this crap is true. I'm just giving y'all the tea, okay? Let's get into it.
Okay, yes. So again, I'm not going to be reading directly from it. Like some people, I know there's some places that are. We're not going to do that because that's against the law. That's copyright infringement. So we're not going to do that. But, you know, I don't think that anybody who is, they're not going to get sued by this guy. He's got bigger fish to fry. He's about to get sued by Will Smith and Jada Smith and Jay-Z because here's why, honey. I got my little notes. Now I'm going to go into the juicy facts. Then we're going to break down the law as it pertains to this. I'm not sure. Sandra McGee says, I'm not sure if it's fact or fiction because he stated he received this information from people close to Kim. So it's really important to start with, how did this book come about? The author, now here's what's interesting. This author. So the book lists the name Jamal T. Millwood as the author. First of all, I thought it was very funny that he picked a Negro name, okay? It's really a Caucasian man named Chris Todd is the alias that he used. So the name, his real name is really not Jamal T. Millwood, although that's what he put on here. It's also, he uses Chris Todd. That's also not his real name because Chris keeps getting sued. he writes these books, these tell-alls, and produces these little tell-all things on other cases. So he's allegedly done one where he claims that he knows who OJ's true accomplice was. Let me show you a little clip from that. Yeah, let me show you.
Now I have to admit, it's given what's going on, clear man. First of all, why are you using a Negro named Jamal Millwood to put on the book? Oh, because you realize that Negroes ain't gonna listen to it clear because they already under the guise that all blacks are for them and all blacks are the same. I get it. But you've been sued allegedly in the past for other things, and you put out this memoir who you claim you got from other people, but we ain't got no proof of these T's. It's already given, this clear man is full of crap. But I have to say on the flip side, could it be possible that he's had some of these memoirs and they're using him as a catalyst to get the information out? Remember, they're trying to tear Diddy down to the ground. Could it be? Who knows?
Here's a clip. This is the author, the so-called author of Kim's book. His name is Christopher Todd. We're going to add it to the stage. I want you to see this little.
Am I going to sue someone?
So he is he's being interviewed by someone else. This is in regards to other so-called tell-alls he's written. He's written one on OJ. And this is him who's going by on this book, Jamal.
Somebody over it? No, I'm not. I promised them I wouldn't. They want to put me in jail. Like, this is how ridiculous these people in Hollywood are. They're so petty. They're so elitist. They are such bullies. And a lot of people have these stories. It's not just me. I learned that.
He's not talking about Kim's book. Other books that he's written that were.
All right, we are back with Chris Todd. Last time I had you on, Chris, we were talking about O.J. Simpson. How are you doing today?
I'm good, Eric. Thanks for having me back on. Really appreciate it.
Hey, I appreciate you. Now, today we're going to go into another subject, and I've come to discover, through talking to you off the record, things like that, you're a producer, a writer, director. You got 2 Emmys, a couple of Cons, been Fox, NBC. You're the rights holder of Aaron Hernandez, Natalie Wood, Emmett Till, and Chuck Workman. You work for all the studios, it seems, practically. Why are you going by Chris Todd, though? That's under another name. So why are you here as Chris Todd?
Well, like in Hollywood, everyone uses a stage name or a pen name. Sometimes it's to protect family members. I have a unique last name. And over the years, I've had a lot of contentious situations with Hollywood executives, actors, producers. I've had lawsuits about movies and shows and a lot of crazy stuff. And that's part of my story. So it's part of my journey and why I changed my name to Chris Todd. Chris is my middle name. So this actually is my name. I just jumbled it a little bit. And when I got into the investigative producing or journalism, being an author on these true crime cases in that genre, after about 20 years, 18 years in Hollywood on scripted, non-scripted kind of fantasy stuff, I never was in the investigative space till about 8 years ago. So I had to kind of change my name out of protection of my family. And I also wanted to rebrand myself. I'll be honest. I kind of wore out my first go-ahead at trying to be.
Or you're a liar. Or you're a liar. Or you're a liar. Let's go in. Somebody said, did she know him? Did Kim know him? No, Kim did not know him. Okay.
So again, she's going to explain what I told y'all, that basically Kim didn't know him. Apparently, allegedly, according to this man, he got the memoirs, a copy of the thumb drive from one of her friends. Okay. According to this man, he got the thumb drive from one of her friends and he basically compiled it and put out this little so-called book or whatever. So his question and his character is already called into question because first of all, I'm tired of clear people always in Negro business monetizing. First of all. Second of all, I also understand how this doggone system is. And the way this system works, listen, them people already knew about the stuff with Cassie. Them people already knew about all the horrible things Diddy was around there doing. They held on to it and waited until Mad Day and then they released it. And here we are. So it wouldn't surprise me if maybe he did get a hold of some stuff that could be true. I'm not saying that it is, but I know how the powers that be, how they want to tear you down till there's no way back up. Just like they held on to that video, who knows? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But this person's past is very questionable. I don't believe it. Now I want to get into the book. Here's Kim's lost words. As you can see, A Journey for Justice from the Other Side by Jamal T. Millwood for Kimberly A. Porter. Now, I want to read the very first page of this book. These are the disclaimers. It says one of Kim Porter's final wishes was for this memoir/diary to be made public. Now, how does he know? Maybe she put, I don't know. One of the protections, or one out of protection for certain parties, their potential criminal activity, some celebrities, performers, and events have been represented with X's due to their highly explosive nature. At some point in the future, this information will be revealed to the public regarding Kim's sudden death and the mysterious illness of Al B. Shore and Jamie Foxx. Evidence does exist. That points to foul play or poisoning. Now, mind you, this is according to this clear man who's cosplaying as a Negro, saying that Kim said this, she wanted this published. Now, the first chapter is basically the introduction, right? So in the first chapter, because I just kind of skimmed over it, she's talking about how she met Al B. Shore straight out of high school. She had just got her first modeling job. Then she had Quincy or whatever. And long story short, they broke up. Okay, her and Al broke up. I'll read you one of the passages from that. It says, hold on, let me find which one I want to read. At that time, I had no idea my relationship with Al was going to introduce me to that man that I would spend the better part of my adult life with, a man whom I loved and cherished, but eventually fear and hate. So what she's saying is she got rid of Al and started messing with Diddy. But we all know Al was as soft as a cotton. You know what I'm saying? Al was soft. Hell, at least Christopher Williams, at least he had some sort of kind of hardness to him. He was light skinned too. What's going on, boo? What's going on, legendary Top Cats? Y'all make sure y'all go follow Top Cats for real history. For real history. Thank you, boo. Sheila said that part about Al and Diddy is questionable. Well, you got to understand too, Al was working with Diddy. Al definitely was working with Diddy. He definitely was working with Diddy. Let me see. It says, I don't want to put the cart before the horse, but I will say, although I knew what was going on, I turned a blind eye many times. Here, I have to tell this truth, unfortunately, because deep down, I knew everything that was happening, but I lied to myself a lot. He was so charming, a wolf in sheep's clothing, a devil, and I fell for it. This story must be told despite the fact that it will hurt my children. I cannot hide it any longer. Sean Combs must be stopped. Now, that's giving a little bit too much. Now, under chapter 2, she starts to talk about humble beginnings, how she was born in Georgia. She was born to Jake Porter and Sarah L. Porter in the Peach State of Georgia. She went to Columbus High School, graduated in 88. She said she always knew she was going to be famous. And she says somebody told her she had to leave Georgia in order to make it, because Georgia, you ain't going to make it. She met Al while she was working in the industry. He was dope and charming, and she had a crush on him. Every woman did. She said before she knew it, they were married, and Quincy was on the way. But I was young, and I just felt like it wasn't going to last. It was a little heated between us after we separated, but we got past that quickly. He is just a super dope guy, an amazing father. Though we separated, we are forever bonded through Quincy. Thank you, Al. I will always love you. When I met Sean, he was cool. I didn't think much of him at the time. He was just another guy at the label. Uptown was huge, and we were all living our best lives. But Sean continued to lay on the charm, and before I knew it, we were dating. As a young single mom at one of the hottest companies in the world, life couldn't get any better. Then it did. My boyfriend was getting even bigger. She's talking about Diddy. He and Clive would hang out a lot, but I didn't think anything of it. I mean, that was his boss, and he was doing things bigger than most men dare to even dream. Then it happened. I mean, okay, I was a little bit of a freak. I really enjoyed myself with my partner, and toys are one of the things, but I've never imagined having a man I was dating asking me to use a toy on him. The first time he said he just wanted to experiment and try something new, I was grossed out, but he kept begging. He said it was only be this time, and he was just curious. I was only 20 at the time. I said, what the hell? I hated it. He bled from it. Oh, and there was poo-poo on it. I left him alone after that. Oh, Lord. This is the time. This is the time. This here is the time. She said he kept reaching out and she was ignoring his calls. It says eventually, a few weeks, they ran into each other at an event, and he came and sat next to her. He said they was kind of cordial. She says, and he flattered her by saying, "You look amazing." I replied with a simple thanks. Let me say this: if I ever get to bend a nigga over, first of all, I don't want to. You got to pay me a lot of money and I'm gonna have to put a blindfold on and some earbuds in my ear, listening to something else. But if I ever was able to violate a man like that, there ain't no coming back from that. Never. Ever. I will never look at you as a man. Period. Let's get back to it. So she let him come back and woo her, talking about she look good. Negro, please. He says, look, what happened between us was weird, but I really care about you. Can we? Then he paused, and I tried to use this as my attempt to escape. I pulled my hand back and said, sorry, Sean, I have to go. He says, please, I think I'm falling in love with you. Can we talk? Girl, no, girl. He was just trying to get you to come back so you won't tell everybody you was over there bopping him in the back. Girl. My breath was taken away. Did he say he loves me? Oh, Lord. It was so fast. I wasn't aware of this as his manipulation tactics. Not yet. God, I was so young and so naive. Now, listen, I'll give her that. She was young. She was in her 20s. You know what I mean? She was 20, I'm sorry. She didn't know. She was young and dumb like we all were. So long story short, he's inviting her to dinner. She fell for it. She said it went to drinks 2 days later. Then she also said he was really coming up and putting out all the stops to impress her. So basically, he was puffy at the time that everybody was getting to know. So he came back and was like, yo, I'm pursuing you. And her forgetting the fact that she had him bent over like a biatch. She just completely forgot about that because she said, it's Diddy. Well, not at the time, Diddy. Puffy. Yep, young like Cassie was young. Absolutely. Sean was really coming up. We already said that, pulling out all the stops. She says, back then he was a gentleman. He smiled and said, look, as he sat across from me, I hated it and I never wanted to do it again. Give me another chance. Over coffee the next morning, I decided to give him another chance, obviously. She said for the next year and a half, things were normal. It was fun. They were going out. They were having a good time. She was living the dream that she thought that she was going to have in her youth. She said, but him and Clive was working on Bad Boy. And he had a couple artists. He picked up Craig Mack. Then some rapper from the West Coast says called Notorious B1. Who that is? Who know Notorious B1? To help Chris develop. He was collaborating with the biggest names in hip hop to make it happen. Things could not be more amazing. You know what I believe? I believe that Sean Diddy, he was put in there just to kind of be the gatekeeper of black hip hop, so that the mainstream or the powers that be can have some type of power over these folks. Tanya said to hear Gene tell it, Diddy didn't know how to talk to women. He had no swag. He probably didn't. You know, because when a nigga got money, girl, women will forget everything. I know, I'm a woman. I would too. She said, then Puffy asked her to do it again. It was insane. Baby, I can't stop thinking about it. She says, what the hell are you talking about? He says, I just can't stop thinking about that night. It was amazing. Can you bop bop one more time, please? Now, according to her, she said she was mad. She was infuriated and says, why don't you go to Clive? He the one doing it, ain't it? That's what she said. Allegedly. This is all alleged. Okay. Then he says, she says, then he hit her. This was the first time, but he slapped her hard, she said. Before she could turn to words or form her words, he began to beg, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Holding my cheek where he hit me, I turned and ran off. That should have been it. But I guess I'm a glutton for punishment, child. So then he turned around and sent flowers and gifts, obviously. Then they bumped into each other again at another industry event. He sat down and it was like deja vu. Imagine running into you here. Get the F away from me, I forced out. He became more serious as he said, look, baby, I'm sorry, but I just glared at him. There's nothing you can ever say to me. Nothing. After an awkward silence, he finished, you know I love you, girl. I love your son. He my son. I don't know how to fix this, but I'll do anything. I'm sorry. Shit, he can be so sweet. Here we go with the love thing. This time, I'm not falling for it. Yes, you are, Kim. Rest in peace, girl. But he was great with Quincy. That's all them niggas. They want to take your little boy out to get a haircut. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, despite everything, I missed him. Well, girl, you was either do or not. She forgave him after he arrived. This is chapter 4. He arrived with flowers in his hand and he wanted to see Quincy. You know how the niggas do. And then she said he was good with him and Quincy ran over to hug him. Now, Quincy said in an interview that Al be sure, that's his real daddy, be trying to be like a father, but he's not. He said he more like the homie. I said, oh, girl, I know you lying. She said, I felt my heart melting. He asked Quincy, how you doing, Tiger? Quincy looked so innocent as he responded, I'm good. I miss you. Bitch, your son don't even know this nigga like that. Girl, I done yanked Quincy little arm, so get your ass in this house. What you mean you miss him? You don't even know him. But he had money. He says, I miss you too. We'll hang out tomorrow, okay? Sean gave him a little love tap on the butt. It's bedtime, Quincy replied. Okay, good night, as he turned to head toward his bedroom. Here was the man I fell in love with, but what was I thinking? Shit, not only does he want butt plugs, what? How did we get to that? He slapped the shit out of me. So why am I still talking to him? They say that love is blind, but it's stupid too. Girl, who you telling? As Quincy left, Sean looked at me and smiled. Baby, let's go have some fun. The babysitter is on the way. I just want to show you a good time. I was so mad at myself for melting as I said, okay. They sat on the couch, laughing and genuinely having a good time. When the doorbell rang, the babysitter arrived. Who is this watching your child? And so we left. As we exited the house, a big man climbed out of the limo and opened the door for us. He wore a sharp suit with a gun noticeably tucked under his arms. I thought to myself, he could have made it invisible, or did he want me to see it? More reservations, she said. Despite him, Gene was a sweetheart. She's talking about Gene Deal, girl. He was very courteous and polite as he tipped his head and said, good evening, ma'am. Gene drew a smile out of me as I responded, hello. Gene and I would see each other a lot after this day. So now get Gene up here. Who went around there to Gene Deal? Is this true? This how we gonna know if it's a memoir or not. Get Gene up here. Gene, was your first encounter with Kim like this? Now, if Gene come on here and say that this is true, then we got to be starting to squint the eyes at this point. If Gene corroborate that that's how the first encounter went, then that man got something from somebody. Right, too late. Gene can only confirm it at this point. That's it. We need Gene up here. We need Gene. Was your first encounter where you went down to that lady house and tipped your hat and said, hello, ma'am? Was that the first encounter? I'm trying to see something. All right, we on chapter 5. Sean Niels. She said, after a year, they ain't have no bad arguments. She said, but Sean was getting into voodoo. Voodoo? He would put curses on people, and I wasn't sure how to respond to that craziness. Girl, I know how to respond. Grab your keys, your pocketbook, and your son, and run up out of there, bitch. Oh, I'm sorry. Rest in peace, Kim. I'm sorry. I meant it in a good way. Ish. My problem was, as a single mother, I wanted to be married. He always had excuses and delays when it came to committing to marriage, though. His label was blowing up, Biggie dropped, and I was just about over. He also signed Mary J. Blige, and of course, when I found out he slept with her, you slept with her? What? She said when she found out Mary J. Blige slept with him, she said this.
We was in bed together, girl.
You slept with him, you slut!
But Lord.
What? Mary J., did you sleep with that lady, old man? Somebody get Mary up here. Mary, did you sleep with that lady, old man? I bet this how the encounter went, too.
We was in bed together, girl.
You slept with him, you slut!
But Lord.
They said that. They had said that. He was sleeping with Mary too? Oh my God, I wonder if he had faith. Y'all think he had faith? Child. But anyway, so Faye had her man. She said, and they fought. Oh, she had a fight with Mary? She says he also signed Mary J. Blige. And of course, when I found out he slept with her, we fought. Oh, I wonder who won. Who y'all think won? Girl, she said she had a fight with Mary. He said it was a mistake, and my stupid ass took him back again. Sean asked me for a threesome with her. What? At first, I was mad, but Mary was beautiful. Oh, Kim, girl. Oh, Kim, girl. I told y'all all of them was. I told y'all. Brittany said, Mary said, share my world. I cannot. Not share my world. That was a fire album, too. Where was I? Mary was sexy. I would not be doing this a lot, but it was so hot. I was young and exploring my sexuality, and it was enticing. Girl, what? Over the past years, we brought other women into our bedroom periodically, and we were happy. That is until one day I came home to a situation that went from awkward to a nightmare. Quincy was with the babysitter, and Sean was sitting with Al B. Shore at the dinner table. I had a child with Al. Sean was the father of Quincy's life. The awkwardness of all of us being together had dissolved a long, long time ago. But it was still weird that they were here in my home together, alone. Oh, girl, what they was doing. I sat down and we had drinks. It was fun. The conversation was cool until it wasn't. Al was a little loose after a couple of drinks. Girl, what? I remember him saying, it's still weird seeing you with my friend, but you're happy. So I'm happy for you guys, Sean responded. Thanks, man. Me and you, we shared so much, Al replied, coolly weird. She says, the conversations took an odd and awkward turn when Sean said, we all been together sexually, but not together. I was shocked for a moment as quietness lingered in the room. I asked, well, what you mean by all together? Al shifted uncomfortably, but Sean didn't hesitate. You know how we sometimes invite other people into our bed? I couldn't believe it. Oh, hell no, Sean. That's what she said. This is my son's father. This is my baby father. She said, Al, say something. What Al said was mind-boggling. I don't know. It could have been kind of hot. I miss you in that way. You wonder why Al ain't never been. You see what I'm saying? Girl, allegedly. I don't know none of this to be true. This is all alleged. So Al was with the shits. And listen, it's already been said that Diddy had Al and Christopher Williams, allegedly. It says, although I couldn't believe Sean would do this, the truth was I still cared about Al, and this could be very hot. Now, I ain't gonna lie. Let me say this too. Again, y'all know I be doing research. But maybe she was thinking in the form of a train. She didn't know that it was going to be a roller coaster. Does that make sense? Maybe she was thinking, choo-choo. Choo-choo. But she couldn't have because we already knew that he loved the amusement park. So I'm confused. Maybe she was thinking, let's give her the benefit of the doubt. She was thinking of the choo-choo train. Okay. So I asked, are you both sure? I imagine both of them. See, yup. I imagine both of them on my inside part. See, that's what she said. I knew this would be awkward sexually. There would be some bumpings of but what happened next? I couldn't have imagined in my wildest dream. Al, XXXX, another XXXX, another XXXX, and another XXXXX. Now listen, remember she said she putting their name, they put the name in X's because they don't want to spill nobody's tea. That's what she's saying. So it's her L, 1, 2, 3, 4 X's, and we don't know who these X's are. She says, I couldn't believe it. I stood there in shock. But when Sean and 4 of the X's, I ran out of the room. It says, this was too much. I couldn't. Sean called out to me, oh, come on, Kimmy. They didn't chase after me. They XXX and XXX and XXX. Girl, I know you lying. I couldn't get the image out of my mind. I couldn't be with Sean for a while. Oh, girl, please. Just say you see. But that wouldn't be the last time I saw Sean in a compromising position, not by a long shot. Hell, one day I found a vault where he kept all of his encounters with men. Yes, he kept a record of it, but that's for later. Girl, what y'all think about this? Ooh, we on Biggie now. It said Biggie took over East Coast, chapter 6. Oh, chapter 6 is about Pac. Ooh. Was it an OR? Maybe. I don't know. But she said when she ran out the room, ain't nobody ran behind her. Now we on Pac, chapter 6. So Biggie took over East Coast hip hop. Sean was the brilliant mind that made it happen. He hired people to teach Chris how to flow and write his lyrics. So wait, they trying to say that Biggie, because one Biggie named Sean, Chris, huh? Yeah, Christopher Wallace. She trying to say that they taught Biggie how to rap. Who from New York? New York tap in. Did they have to teach Biggie how to rap? He hired the best producers to do his beats, although he took credit for them, and the music was unstoppable. At this point, Sean was sleeping with all the power players, and everyone that wanted to do music wanted to be a bad boy. Mace, get up here. I always squint in my eyes at Mace. Get up here, Mace. It says Sean wheeled and dealed in a way that would have been unthinkable to many. He slept with guys that really controlled the music to stay on top. A lot of names average people have never heard of. These are the guys that make the decision who is winning and who is not. He hosted parties that were just a fancy name for orgies, and everyone wanted in. She said when she met Pac, Sean and I had an open relationship, so yes, she done banged on Pac. I don't blame her, I ain't gonna lie. I give her a pass on that. Because if I was back then, I would have, yeah. But, that's if, if I was in, I would have, I ain't gonna lie, easily, without a doubt. Back then, if y'all remember Pac, y'all, girl, please, y'all understand. Shit, he was sexy. Sean didn't mind. Well, not until he tried to get Pac to join both of us. Pac was not good with that. This is where the relationship between them began to become strained. Pac wasn't going to accept Sean's advantage. Pac wasn't gay, and he was pissed about the advances. We were all in Sean's house. I was drinking, they were smoking, and everyone was just relaxing. Sean came in on what I am sure he would call a smooth approach. My baby is bad, isn't she? Pac threw me a sly smile, said, hell yeah. I felt myself blush. Me too, girl. Sean was now in full swing. You think you hit it better than me? I couldn't believe he was disrespecting me in that way. Girl, why not? Kim. She said, I'm not playing with that. She said, I'm not playing. And she said, that was my response. Sean, what the fuck? Pac came to my defense. Damn, bro, you ain't got to do the sister that way. That sounds like Pac. Pac appeared upset behind Sean's words, but Sean went in for the kill regardless. I think my bloop bloop is bigger than yours. I bet I can make her bloop bloop faster than you. What's up? Pac was appalled. What the F are you talking about, nigga? I ain't trying to run no effing train, Sean continued. What you scared of? Let's see who F's better. Now, Kim. Send me that Cosmic Sun Souls. Girl, Kim. She said, yes, at that point, they had been inviting others to their bed for a while, but she's also not used to and will not stand for the disrespect. Nigga, you talking about pulling your effing thing out? This is what Pac said. Sean was undaunted. What you scared? Pac simply left. The name of the book is on the screen. Kim's Lost Words. She said that after that, they couldn't be in the same room together. Pac didn't want to deal with her. He avoided her. She said when they would bump into each other, the tension was unfallible. She says it felt like blows could be thrown at any moment. So after that, this is what, according to Kim, according to this book, this is how him and Pac started beefing, Puffy and Pac. It says month passed with only the tension between them. It was uncomfortable, but nothing for life or death. Then one day, while we were at the studio, it happened. She said she walked into Sean's office and he was having the conversation. Sean sat across from Jimmy Henchman. Pac don't leave that effing studio alive. I don't think I was supposed to hear it. Oh. I continued as if I didn't. Hey, Sean. Good morning, Jimmy. They didn't seem to think I heard anything. I'm ordering breakfast. Smiling, Sean replied first. Let me get eggs sunny side up with grits and orange juice. I could see he was hungover good. I don't want him knowing that I know anything. If he just put a hit on Pac, knowing something could be dangerous, Jimmy apparently not hungry, said nothing for me. So she's saying that when she walked in, she already heard them over there saying Pac not gonna leave the studio. Yup, Quiet Studios. They said that she said that they was already saying he not gonna leave alive. I went on as if nothing was happening. I'll make the call now as she talked to order breakfast. I smiled as I left, hoping I wasn't white as a sheet. She said she wasn't in the studio the night Pac got popped. Thank God, she said. But from what she understands, Sean and Chris saw Pac at the studio after he'd been shot and did nothing. She says the way God works, after being shot, Pac made it into the elevator and tried to escape, but it stopped at the floor Sean and Chris were on. It says when the doors opened, they saw him lying on the elevator floor, riddled with bullets. The fact that they didn't call an ambulance, although they saw Pac laying there swimming in a pool of his own blood, will be all the evidence Pac ever needed. He, of course, assumed they placed the hit, and Pac is a soldier. This is not something that will be unanswered. Pac didn't do well. He lost a testicle, but he survived. For real? She said it was orchestrated, and Sean Puffy Combs was the orchestrator. Ooh. What is this? Where Gene at? Was Gene listening? Listen, somebody help me out. Where is Gene? Send me something where Gene said this is let me go see. Let me go find Gene. Let's get Gene Deal up here. Gene, this is all I need to know from Gene. Was it true that was the first way you met that girl? That's what I want to know. Get Gene up here. Diddy versus the world, the truth and nothing but the truth. What video Gene was talking about? Thing. Hold on. I'm going to get Gene. We got to see what's going on. We got to see what's going on. Diddy's phone call. Y'all help me out. Help me out in the chat, y'all. Let me take this off. I need somebody to help me and tell me what the hell going on. Now, hold on. Let me take Kim down. Kim, you come down for a second. Because we don't even know if that's you for real. I need help. So we on Gene Deal page. Shout out to Gene Deal. Everybody is trying to see what is going on. It says Diddy's phone call, the truth behind it, Gene Deal and Miss Pleasant. Who's Miss Pleasant? Diddy celebrity friends are repeating my stories. What video he be talking about this on? Let's try this one.
Well, the gang's all here. Let's hit.
My bad. I'm trying to see something.
1,000 subscribers. How about that? So you'll let them know what it is.
Okay, how
who
we
it
know,
is.
how we gonna know it's a
How,
top?
right, how we gonna...
You know what I'm saying? It had to be for Diddy because I never fucked with him.
Okay,
I
okay.
Back it up.
Subscribers, please subscribe. Somebody go subscribe to the pop-off show.
Right. I'm ready to pop off.
All right, so we can get this started. Sean White, how you doing?
Hey, everybody. Hey, Trish. Hey, Eric. What's up, Miss Stephanie?
All right. So
well,
I'm here. We're gonna ask some questions. I'll tell you the situation, but let her ask the questions.
Okay, so like I said, welcome you guys. So we here today, and we're gonna pop off on a situation. So it's an exclusive, and what better way to do it with the man of the hour, the myth, the man, the legend.
Stop the bullshit.
Yo.
Stop the bullshit.
So we have mad questions for you.
Well, listen here. This is what I'm popping off about.
Okay.
All right? I spoke to my friend right here. And there's some other people I needed to speak to, but they ain't pick up their damn phone. But anyway, I was in the city. I had to take care of some business. So I called Miss Pleasant up. And I said, Miss Pleasant, I want to pop off. And I'm going to pop off on some bullshit about somebody that called me and going to tell me to get some shit right like I was lying.
Okay.
All right. I had said on the Art of Dialogue show that I got a call from one of Diddy's people.
Okay. This is set up.
Yeah. And I didn't say who it was.
Right.
You know, and I just said he wanted to talk to me.
Okay.
And if this person wanted to talk to me,
right,
you know what I'm saying, it had to be for Diddy because I never fucked with him.
Okay.
Excuse me. Oh, it's a Sunday.
It's a Sunday, but it's all good. It's all good because you popping on.
Who knew this lady? Who is Miss Pleasant? I've never seen her. She must be a New York person that people down there know. I don't know who this lady is.
Oh, because I mean, not for nothing. I mean, enough is enough, right?
It's a Sunday.
So go ahead.
Right. So I have a dislike for bands. Let me put that in. And y'all know what that is. Can somebody on the live tell me what a band is?
Right.
You know,
let us know.
Y'all know who I'm talking about? What's a band?
Right.
Y'all know what a band is? So I want to get it straight so y'all would know I'm not going to say it because if I say bitch ass nigga, everybody going to say I shouldn't be cursing on the phone.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not going to say that. You know?
Okay, I'm trying to see what they're going to talk about as it pertains to, if they're going to say anything as it pertains to this book.
I can't wait to get back out to Texas.
Yes, thanks everybody for.
And y'all see all those people resigning and everything.
Right, yeah.
You know,
and all of them.
Yeah, let me just tell you something. It's a lot of shit that's going to hit the fan. This man is not doing, he going to do some time, but he ain't going down alone.
Right, I don't think so. I don't think he never gave me that energy where as though he's taking everybody with him.
Like father, like son. His father was a rat, he going to be a rat. But let me get back to this.
Okay, wait, we got 1,000 subscribers. Well, we got 1,500 people in here. So that means 1,500 people subscribed, y'all liked.
All right. I all right. Listen. Let me say this. I don't know what this is about. I don't know the lady. She needs subscribers. I don't know. That's all I got from it. But listen, I forgot to mention this part as it pertains to Diddy. And Gene mentioned something that was very true. So I know y'all know that a lot of people started stepping down from certain companies, right? I know y'all are aware that a lot of people started stepping down from certain companies. This is outside the book. I'm talking about ever since Diddy went to jail, right? Yes, music execs are abandoning the label, everything. A lot of people who's running around here saying I own, or now you're seeing they don't own a goddamn thing. Okay, let's talk about it. But one that caught my eye the most was 23andMe. Now, why is this important? Remember, we are of the belief as ignorant as Americans that these folks could take a spit of your tube or a tube of your spit and tell you where you come from and who you is. So all these 23andMe CEOs done dropped out, right? All of them just dropped. Why? And I know a lot of people will sit up here and say, oh, well, that don't have nothing to do with Diddy. The lies you tell. See, it's not about race, okay? Race is a poor man's hustle, a poor man's game. Now, why you think these celebrities like Eric Dyson can get up here and talk about, well, a white woman should be able to tell a black woman she's a racist, it's a poor man's struggle. What happens is once you become a certain level of success, it moves from color to status. I'm not saying color don't play a part, but your major contributor is your status at certain stages of life. As long as you are living at or below the poverty line, you're gonna run around here hollering race, race, race. That's why I told y'all at the beginning of the stream, white supremacy ain't white no more. So all these folks down at 23andMe ended up just jumped off the porch and resigned. Now, why you think that is? First of all, I kept telling y'all, number one, hey girl, you don't know what you sending your DNA off to do and what they're gonna use it for afterwards. I've been saying that. But you know, again, people wanted to know where they come from. They wanted to know they come from a place in Africa where nobody knows your name. Oh yes. Sometimes you wanna go where everybody. No, let me remix. Sometimes you wanna go where don't nobody knows your name. All they're gonna do is tell y'all from the west coast of Africa, and you niggas gonna run around and get your dashiki and go. You niggas is crazy. But anyways, the 23andMe people done got up off of here. Let's get the lady up here. Let's talk about it. These were the people y'all were trusting with your DNA, duck, goose. Look, every single member of the board just resigned from DNA tester 23 and what? Me. U.S. intelligence official says Chinese government is collecting America's DNA. 60 Minutes has learned Chinese company BGI Group, the largest biotech firm of the world, offered to build COVID labs in at least 6 states, and U.S. intelligence officials issue warnings not to share health data with BGI. See the story Sunday on CBS. Do you really think about it like this? To think that these people really just want to show people or tell people where they come from, that's the first mistake, because that would imply that the people at the top really care about the people at the bottom. You'd be a new age fool to believe that them people created that company solely with the sole purpose of giving you information on where you come from. They don't give a damn about where you feel like you come from, girl. Even let's just say it was accurate, even though we know it ain't, but let's just go with the move and say it was accurate. Let's say I'm sorry, that these people actually know where you're from, and they can also get you back to your roots. Why would they care about you to create these companies to do that? They don't give a damn about you. They making money. But not only that, listen, the powers that be only move if the move gonna give them gonna hit 2 birds with 1 stone. So they can make money and then they can turn around and sell your DNA. So now you got all these CEOs done jumped off the porch and resigned. And this is all amidst the thing with Diddy. Now, why is this important? Because see, we just looking at the freak offs. That's all we looking at. We looking at hip hop and we looking at freak offs, and we just like, oh yeah, that's what this is about. No, girl, this is way bigger than that. This is way bigger than that. Huge, way bigger. Listen, and I need y'all to pay attention, because they're gonna come out with another gimmick and they're gonna get a lot of people, a lot of our people too, because we don't know. You know what I mean? We don't know. This is the thing. We see one portion of what goes on behind the scenes or behind the veil of this celebrity culture. We only see one. There's a reason why your top pastor is friends and cool with your celebrities, your rappers and your actors and your athletes. It's the reason why your rappers is cool with your politicians. Because unbeknownst to most Americans, we see that those things as separate entities and they never connect. That's a lie. Behind the scenes, remember, celebrity is a small circle. Ain't too many of you Negroes. Whether you in politics, whether you are in music, entertainment, acting, athletics, it don't matter. It's a very small circle. Everybody is chilling with everybody. Even in reading this book, it's easy for Kim to go and be in the orgy or be in the freak off, because who else you gonna do it with? You can't do it with Joe Schmo up the street. You couldn't dare do it with Joe Schmo up the street. So you got to do these type of things. Epstein was not the only person that was doing this. All of them, if you ask me, done it in some capacity, and I ain't hating. Have your freak offs, baby. I ain't hating on that at all. That's not the perk. The perk is they premiere a front to you as if things are separate when the fact of the matter, they're all intertwined. I just find it coincidence. You know, I don't believe in coincidences that these 23andMe people, amongst a lot of other CEOs, done stepped down right after Diddy done got arrested. Could it be that maybe the FBI or somebody or Homeland Security got some tea on maybe you efforts might be involved, and the company said, not on my watch, not under my company, you got to go. See, it's not like poor people. Poor people get fired. Rich people up on the Fortune 500 companies, they don't get fired. They resign. But it's the same shit, different toilet. Same shit, different toilet. See, you go to clock in and your boss say, come talk to me in the back. And the next thing you know, they say, we no longer need your services. When they get fired, they tell them, your ass is up out of here. And then they say, now go out there and say you resigning. That's what happens. So what happened in this situation is 23andMe, all them people done got up off of there. Now, could it be something connected with your DNA? Absolutely. I know it is. I know it is. I know for a fact it is. They ain't got nobody all over the world except Americans to believe that they can tell you about who you are. And we believe because they can cross-reference your DNA to people who were here or who are here today, that it means that they can go all the way back hundreds and hundreds of years. Y'all different. This Diddy stuff is bigger than this book that's alleged. I don't know it to be true. But I did hear that Al B. Sure was getting bent over to the bike. I already heard that. So that ain't nothing new. Now the details of how he got bent over, that's new. Okay? And I love how what's his name? Cat Williams said, race is not where we draw the line. Let me go get it. It's about God's side and the other side. Because I see some Negroes that want to come up here, the Prince of Pancoochie. They just trying to get my brother because he's having a freak off. Ain't nothing wrong with having a freak off. And you're right, there is nothing wrong with having a freak off. But let's talk about it. Let's really talk about it. Diddy is a bad person. Diddy did Black American people and other Black people so bad. How are we even over here entertaining this Negro? Listen, when you get your money from the powers that be, they have every right to take that money back. See, y'all be sitting up here saying, look at God, God bless them. What God? Not the one you think you praying to. There are many gods that walk the earth. And we're not going to sit up here and say, they just trying to tear another brother down. You know how many brothers did it and tore down? Did we not see the situation with Freddie P? Had that boy crying and messed up? I'm with Cat. Get up here, Cat. What you say?
Race is not where the line is drawn. It's God's side and the other side. And we don't care nothing about the other side. Period.
And that's the facts. That's the facts. We cannot come together as a community and hoard these doggone horrible people. We can't do that. We just can't. Because that means it would be one thing if we protected our bad and then we dealt with them and did away with them ourselves. We're not even doing that. We just protecting degeneracy under the umbrella of, well, they Black. Trying to tear another Black man down. How many Black men did according to the book, hell, we only 6 chapters in. How many Black men did he tear down? One never, listen, the sacrifice of the masses for a few has never been my thing. I'm never going to get up here and say, we need to protect Diddy because the powers that be is trying to unalive him. When every single one of us know or feel like we know that this lady was a victim to Diddy. Every single person on here, even if you don't feel like it, you've had some sort of notion that he had something to do with this lady not being here. So now we supposed to protect him? He should have protected himself and been over here. Greetings from Bali. He should have protected himself and folded his legs in Bali. Now you're behind bars, duck, goose. I don't care. Greetings from Bali. That's what he should have been doing. But no. I'm not protecting no Diddy. As a matter of fact, I haven't liked the Negro for a long, long time, and I don't trust Mace. Mace went and gave himself to God and was out here collecting all these women's panties and their money down at the church house, and he's been back on the bull ever since. I don't trust Mace. Mace know a lot. Homeland Security people, go get Mace. Send him a subpoena. We need to see something. Get maced too. He not about to walk away like he just ain't seen nothing and then he decided to leave because Puff was playing him. No, we not doing that, Harlem World. We not doing that. I don't trust now none of these Negroes. Now none. I don't. But as it pertains to this 23andMe thing, y'all, this is the part of this Diddy trial stuff that y'all really need to be paying attention to because it's bigger than the trial. The trial is the entertainment piece. If he cooked, he cooked. That's nothing we're gonna be able to do about it. But you see this doggone DNA ancestry thing? Boy, y'all gonna be up in for a rude awakening. Y'all gonna be up under a rude awakening when you see what really been going on. Now look, this what they said was going on really for real with 23andMe. Let me share this with y'all. I didn't say it. This is what they said. I need y'all to like the video, please. Like the video, please. Like the video, please.
Take someone's DNA, take their
warning tonight about DNA companies and your personal information. Your DNA information can be sold and weaponized against you. The alarm being sounded. Listen to this.
You can actually take someone's DNA, take their medical profile, and you can target a biological weapon that will kill that person. And people will very rapidly spit into a cup and send it into 23andMe and get really interesting data about their background. And guess what? Their DNA is now owned by a private company and can be sold off. We have to have an open and public discussion about what does the protection of healthcare information, DNA information, and your data look like, because that data is actually going to be procured and collected by our adversaries for the development of these systems.
Warning tonight about DNA.
You heard that? You heard that? Do you know what they can do with your DNA? They already cloning people. They already making robots that are human. Do you understand how precious something like that's like putting a tube of your blood in the mail and sending it off. Come on, man. I need us to think bigger than that. And I don't care if it's 23andMe. I don't care if it's Ancestry. I don't care if it's what's the black one? Africa. I don't care. All of them are the same. Every single one of them are the same. Elroy TV say, how is it legal? Because once you send it off for them people, it's theirs. That's how. You know, when you I never used it, so y'all help me out. But once you get the paperwork in the test, they tell you in the fine print, you know, the stuff that 99% of people, not just Negroes, people don't read, that once you relinquish your DNA, they can do whatever it is they want to. They just don't put it in that verbiage. So then you go put your DNA in the tube and you ship it off, and they can do whatever it is they want to. They can do whatever they want to do. And there's nothing you or anybody could do about it. You've already willingly relinquished your DNA. I can do with it what I want to. If I want to bury it, if I want to cook it, I don't care whatever I want to do after you gave it to me willingly, I can do what I want to do with it. But it's not the people's fault because they lie. They send it down to the people like, oh, snap, yo, we're going to give you information on how you can find your family and figure out who you are, where you come from, and woo. And you're misled. You're misled. You're misled. Thank you, Penny, for the super chat. I'm still a bit back in your sermonic offering, but you should you show this talking right. Thank God for your brain and tremendous insight. Greetings from Ados in Germany. All right, shout out to my Germanic. Ado, she's an FBA. She's just over in Germany. But listen, let me say this because I saw another comment that was interesting, and I want to address this as well. Hold on, because this needs to be talked about. This needs to be talked about. T. Reed says, what you guys do when you are in the hospital? Some of you have birthed in hospitals. Did you check what they were doing with your bodily fluids? What about Quest and LabCorp for routine tests? This is a good thing. This is a good thing to ask, right? Most 99.9% of the people won't ask these things. That's why they don't ask for the umbilical cord or they sack and all of that stuff. You're absolutely right. But I will say this. There's one thing. It's one thing when you have to go to the doctor and there's nothing you can do about it versus willingly giving over DNA. Because listen, if that's all they needed was from the hospital, they wouldn't be having y'all spit in the tube. They'd just go from the hospital records and get it from there. That's what that's about. If it really was, you know what, we can just get it from the hospital, they would have got it from there. But I need us to be vigilant, right? I need us to be vigilant and start thinking about those things. That's a real T. Reed. Thank you for asking that. We need to start thinking like that. Because listen, even if the hospital don't sell your DNA, they doing some old shiesty stuff with your stuff too. Black American woman. Did you forget about Henrietta Lacks? They doing some old shiesty stuff with your DNA and all that stuff in there too. Don't be fooled now. Yes, go get them placentas. I don't give a damn if you're buried in the backyard. Go get it. Now, why is this important? I read some of this book. I tried to remix it a little bit. We'll come back and read more. That we went through 6 chapters already. But listen, I need my people. I need my people. I need my Black American people to listen to me and listen to me good. Y'all got to start keeping your head on the swivel and open your eyes. Open your eyes. There's a lot going on, and it's under the veil of entertainment. It's what it is. You've been under this veil, so have I, of entertainment, and you're not even seeing when the play is right in front of your face. These people been playing in your face. They've been playing in my face as well. But we have to come to a situation where we can recognize it and combat it, right? So even as it pertains to this election thing, because this after November 5th is over with. Now what? We can't go back walking around blindly as if, oh, no, you good. If the election is over, everything's back to normal. There is no normal. Your normal is not even conducive for you. So I need my Black American people who on here to start keeping your head on the swivel and ask those questions that nobody asks, because those are the ones you need to be asking. Don't feel like, oh, Lord, I don't want to ask this because I don't want nobody. Girl, who gives a damn what somebody say or how they feel? I'm trying to see something. Celebrities are your enemies. I know they're entertaining. Listen, take all the entertainment you want, but you have to start to separate the artist from the art. You can appreciate the art and also know that the artist is not your friend. None of them. None of them. None of them. I heard him over there dragging Chingy for going to perform for Donald Trump, but nobody said nothing when Megan was over there hollering body, yaddy, 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 shaking her ass at the doggone convention. Black Americans, y'all got to be strong. Black Americans, y'all got to be stronger than that. Okay? Now, with that being said, it's 2 hours. Shout out to everybody in the building who came through. Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to everybody in the chat. If you're new to the channel, go ahead, subscribe. I appreciate each and every one of y'all for being here. Let me make sure I didn't miss nobody's super chat. No, I didn't miss none. Let me see. Tab, thank you for becoming a new member. I think I missed that one. Thank you, T. Thank you, Tab. I appreciate you. Now, with that being said, y'all know how we roll around here. I'm about to Joce y'all up out of here and go cut my grass. Yes, I cut my own grass. I'm going to cut my back grass, and I'll see y'all this evening at the dollhouse, 5 o'clock. Y'all know where I be. Love y'all down to the ground, and I will see y'all later on another morning Joce tomorrow morning sometime. Love y'all. Peace.
Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go. It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat. You know what I want? Blaze up. Come on, blaze up.
It's a beat for me.
Wow, 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy, for your boy, for your boy, for your boy. Hustle for your boy, mix it for your boy. Drop it for your wow, 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 lift it up.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.